I'll apologize right off the bat for not getting this to you sooner. I've had some health issues the last week, some really bad migraines. Anytime I look at any type of screen, I'd get really sick again. So apologize again for not getting this to you sooner. Um, but yeah, to start right off the bat, I like your really up close in this photograph. You know, you're really up close. It's a great perspective. The only thing I wish it looks like you're just using a high ISO. I don't know what kind of camera you're using, but there is a fair amount of noise going on, and I wish there was just lower amounts of noise. You can kind of just see it popping up all in the shadow areas or anywhere that's dark. If you're capable to could you have more control over that, try to eliminate that if possible. Here, like the noise becomes a little more acceptable here because it's darker. Yeah, it is, but it is. It's actually daylight out, so this is so noisy. It looks like it's nighttime. Like if I looked at just this, like this angle of it, I would say that this is nighttime in Tempe. Um, yeah, especially with the red light and everything. I'm not sure how it became so red if he did it on purpose or not. If it's done on purpose, it's interesting. If it's not on purpose, then yeah, figure out what's going on. Just some weird reflecting of colors and everything. Again, the noise though, I'd like to see just a little bit, or less noise, especially in the face. This becomes a kind of noisy also, but I really love the interaction and what's happening between these two people is just awesome. I feel like I mean, obviously they're flipping through books, but I start to build a story and, may not be, it's probably not true at all, but I feel like they're almost at like some sort of a Bible like reading and everyone's just sitting around and he read something and she's like, no, like I don't believe that. It's like the look on her face. It's kind of, it's not quite I don't believe that, but it's interesting. And obviously it's not the Bible. There's like picture books and stuff, but yeah, I start to build a story around it and I really like that interaction. So remember those kind of those moments and what kind of your photographs can invoke in people and what that makes them think as you continue on. This is great too. A great photograph. I love the use of the shadow and the light. Yeah, in previous photographs you haven't put them right in the center, so you're experimenting with that, and I like that. I appreciate that. If in the future you can orient the PDFs to come in, that would be awesome. But if not, it's okay. I'm flipping my computer around and looking at them. Um, yeah, these are all nice. Yeah. Nice lighting, of course, nice soft lighting. Ideally, if you're able to, like, bring a bounce with you, or just like a bounce or a reflector or something to add a little bit of light to the face, just to make it stand out a little bit more. Or if you have a photo editing software, you can go through just a brush tool and increase the exposure just a little bit to make his face stick out slightly more. But a bounce is just can be anything. It's a reflector. A bounce and reflector are the same things. They can be used. It's anything that reflects light back onto your subject. So they make specific reflectors for photography, or even just a piece of paper will work. A large piece of poster board, white poster board would work, and just reflect light just to fill in some of this light, fill in his face more with some reflective light. This is awesome. This is really great. There's not a noise problem with this photograph either. Yeah, it's really solid. I love the background and his shirt with the background and just all of it. It's a really successful, great portrait. Very well done. Yeah, the other one works better. Definitely works better. And also his shirt with his hat fits the subject better. He, you know, this shirt and his haircut doesn't fit the subject as well. Doesn't feel like it belongs quite as nicely. Not to say that it doesn't, but it doesn't quite jive as well. And then the lighting on his face is it's a little bit harsh, and these dark eyes are rough. You see how his chin's tilted back, and you see his eye. That's just really nicely done. So yeah, you see the kind of differences in the successfulness. And this one just again a little bit noisy, and it's just kind of like, hey, there's my buddy. Not quite as thought provoking as the other ones are. This is nice, so I really like this one. It's a good portrait of him. Um, yeah, it's a good classic portrait. It's a good strong portrait. The only thing I would do is kind of watch out for these buildings. This gets a little distracting. You could even Photoshop it out if you have those kind of skills and capabilities. And this is nice too, just pushing the angles a little bit, and the lighting is really beautiful. Yeah, it's really nicely done. yeah, just watch some of your noise. You've got some great things happening between this and this is awesome. You know, you got some really great successful photographs. Yeah, just keep in mind your background and some of the noise issues, and I look forward to seeing your next project.